than 30 years my country bled, counting the wounded and counting the dead. We lived through a crucial and a painful fight, losing our children to the endless night. When the bells of war started ringing again, echoing the sorrow of the fallen men, I launched an initiative, a desperate plea, hoping that the blind would finally see. I called it Women for Peace, rooted in the belief that the mothers of the world could bring relief. I thought our voices could soften the blow and stop the bitter river of the blood to flow. Take the war from the battlefield, bring it to the death. Stop the cruel destruction and the tragic test. Let dialogue and logic be the weapons we choose, so the mothers and the fathers have nothing to lose. We can solve the problems without the pain, without leaving the victims in the freezing rain. But the effort remained an unfinished song, and the nightmare of the war went on and on. I must speak honestly to the monks today, sitting in this temple, hearing what you say. I often feel that it was me who truly failed, watching the ship of diplomacy as it sailed. Was I not persistent? Was I not so strong? Did I sing the verses of the peace song wrong? Was I not peaceful or steadfast enough when the negotiations became so tough? I couldn't convince them, couldn't change the course, couldn't stop the riders of the violent horse. I carry that burden, I carry that guilt, looking at the ruins of the home we built. That is why I search for the true foundation, looking for the healers of the broken nation. I feel a moral duty to shake your hand, to listen to the wisdom of the walking band. I seek those who advocate and carry it forth, from the burning south to the freezing north. We share the common search, we share the tears, fighting the shadows of the ancient fears. Take the war from the battlefield, bring it to the death. Stop the cruel destruction and the tragic test. Let dialogue and logic be the weapons we choose, so the mothers and the fathers have nothing to lose. We can solve the problems without the pain, without leaving the victims in the freezing rain. But the effort remained an unfinished song, and the nightmare of the war went on and on. I failed, but I won't stop. I seek the peace. Thank you for showing the way, women for peace. Walk for peace, sell up for peace. The monk looked down and he softly spoke of the heavy burdens and the chains he broke. I never thought of giving up the fight, even in the freezing and the darkest night. If I have to sacrifice my breathing life to cut through the suffering like a knife, I am willing to do it, willing to fall, to answer the desperate universal call. We will gather together and walk again for the healing of the women and the men. You have no right to give up, she replied, with a fire of conviction she couldn't hide. When the world is watching from across the sea, you are walking for the captive and the free. Your success is not yours, it belongs to us all. It's the success of humanity, answering the call from Armenia to the American dust. We are holding together in a global trust. She spoke of the babies crying in the war and mothers who couldn't take it anymore. Europe is far, but the pain is the same. We are all getting burned by the very same flame. If any group of people can prevent this grief and bring to the innocent a lasting relief, it is you in the robes, walking the line, turning the suffering into something divine. The temple was built on dangerous ground, where echoes of gunshots used to resound. But they prayed and they changed the land with the gentle touch of a mindful hand. That is the power of a heart that is pure. It offers a lasting and beautiful cure. You have no right to give up, she replied, with a fire of conviction she couldn't hide. When the world is watching from across the sea, you are walking for the captive and the free. Your success is not yours, it belongs to us all. It's the success of humanity, answering the call from Armenia to the American dust. We are holding together in a global trust. We will not give up, we will walk again. Success of humanity, peace for all. The monk looked back at the lady from afar, who crossed the ocean like a shooting star. He said, "It's my honor that you came to this place to share the vision of the human race. You mentioned the struggles, the politics, the power that keep us divided in the darkest hour. But as a Buddhist monk, I have to believe in the miracle that the spirit can achieve when we have a pure heart and a pure, clean mind. We leave the divisions of the world behind. A pure heart can change the whole wide world. When the flag of compassion is finally unfurled, we can't change the politics, we can't change the law, but we can heal the places that are bleeding and raw. When people walk together, supporting each other, loving the stranger like a sister and brother, that is the power that can shift the global tide. With nothing to conquer and nothing to hide, I truly believe it, I know it is true. And I see that same holy vision in you. I went to the prisons, I saw the despair, people who couldn't find a moment of care. Their minds were wandering, trapped in a cage, with sorrow and burning with rage. I traveled to Africa, to the orphans' tears, seeing the suffering that is always so near. I asked myself, what can a simple monk do to bring a little comfort to the many and the few? So we took a walk to raise the awareness high, underneath the vast and the American sky. We thought a few people would wave from the street, but thousands came running to wash our tired feet. They waited until midnight just to hear a word, the most beautiful symphony we ever heard. People are struggling, they are hungry for the light to guide them safely through the terror of the night. A pure heart can change the whole wide world. When the flag of compassion is finally unfurled, we can't change the politics, we can't change the law, but we can heal the places that are bleeding and raw. When people walk together, supporting each other, loving the stranger like a sister and brother, that is the power that can shift the global tide. With nothing to conquer and nothing to hide. Purity, truth, unity, we
Across the ocean high above the cloud, leaving behind the city and the anxious crowd. 24 hours sitting in a cushioned chair, flying through the cold and the midnight air. I looked out the window at the earth below, thinking of the men walking in the snow. I came to meet the walkers of the peaceful way, to share the words that my heart needed to say. I will spend the same 24 hours to return, carrying the lessons that I came to learn. But one thought stayed with me the entire flight, haunting my conscience in the middle of the night. What an issue it is to sit in comfort and ease while you walk the miles through the freezing breeze. 112 days on the bitter ground, walking through the nation without making a sound. 2,300 miles you tread while the rest of the world was sleeping in bed. I crossed the distance in a metal machine, but you crossed the suffering that remains unseen. Oh, I bow to the courage that you beautifully displayed in the blinding sun and the freezing shade. Your walk is not just a journey of the feet, moving down the highway in the asphalt street. It's more a reminder, a spiritual bell, ringing through the places where the shadows dwell. You remind us that peace requires a steady hand, patience and courage cross a broken land. Consistency and faith, step by step by step, honoring the promises that the angels kept. I watched you on my screen from a land so far, following the light of your walking star. I was sitting in Armenia wishing you the best, while you put your bodies to the ultimate test. My heart was with you when the days were cold, watching the story of the peace unfold. No selfies, no crowds in the early days, just the silent monks in the morning haze. I wanted to join you, wanted to walk the line, to feel the holy energy and see the light shine. Now I am here standing face to face, humbled by your presence in this sacred place. What an issue it is to sit in comfort and ease while you walk the miles through the freezing breeze. 112 days on the bitter ground, walking through the nation without making a sound. 2,300 miles met while the rest of the world was sleeping in bed. I crossed the distance in a metal machine, but you crossed the suffering remains unseen. 24 hours in the air, 112 days on the ground. I came to say thank you for the peace you found. I heard the story of the dog who joined your noble track, a scruffy little angel with a dusty, muddy back. Aloka is his name, walking mile after mile, bringing to the mounts a beautiful smile. He didn't have a home, he didn't have a bed, but he followed the path where the yellow robes led. When I heard the story, I had to laugh out loud, because it brought a memory from a different crowd. It's so unimaginable, it feels completely surreal. Let me tell you exactly how I feel. We had a dog named Cello in the Armenian land, who joined my husband's march and joined the walking band. He was living on the streets, wandering alone, chewing on a memory and chewing on a bone. But when the people marched, he decided he would stay, walking for the freedom every single day. Cello and Aloka, oceans wide apart, but sharing the exact same beating heart. They are the silent guardians of the peaceful way, chasing the shadows of the night away. My husband was walking to change the regime, following the vision of a democratic dream. From the city of Gyumri to the Capitol Square, breathing the revolution in the open air. And Chala was there right by his side, with a loyalty and love he didn't try to hide. He walked until the end, he never gave it up, drinking the water from the revolutionary cup. Now Chala lives with us in our residency home. Never again will he have to roam. Two dogs from the streets, two marches for the right, guiding the human through the darkest night. Animals know the truth, they feel the energy, they know what it means to be truly free. I want a photo with Aloka, the brother of my hound, the sweetest coincidence that I have ever found. We had a dog named Cello in the Armenian land, who joined my husband's march and joined the walking band. He was living on the streets, wandering alone, chewing on a memory and chewing on a bone. But when the people marched,
beautiful. Hello, Aloga. Good boy. Sound of happy dogs barking and people laughing. In a temple in Texas, on the Lunar New Year, two different worlds drew remarkably near. A first lady from a country scarred by the war walked through the humble monastery door. She met with the monks who had walked a long mile, greeted with a bow and a peaceful smile. She spoke of her husband, she spoke of her pain, she spoke of the blood falling down like the rain. The monk spoke of blisters, he spoke of the street, and the healing that happened when the strangers would meet. It's a meeting of worlds, a meeting of minds, leaving the borders and the labels behind. A Christian mother and a Buddhist priest gathered together for a spiritual feast. They shared the same vision, they shared the same dream, floating together on the universal stream to end the suffering, to stop the endless fight, and bring the humanity back to the light. She offered her gratitude, humble and deep, for the promises that the walkers would keep. He offered his wisdom, simple and pure, a spiritual medicine, a spiritual cure. They laughed about the dogs who joined in the quest, putting the loyalty to the ultimate test. They spoke of the future, the work yet to do, for the many who suffer, not just for the few. We will not give up, the monk firmly said. Even if the highway is the place I drop dead, you have no right to, the lady replied. The world is depending on the peace you provide. From Armenia to America, the message is clear. We must overcome the division and fear. It's the meeting of worlds, the meeting of minds, leaving the borders and the labels behind. A Christian mother and a Buddhist priest gathered together for a spiritual feast. They share the same vision, they share the same dream, floating together on the universal stream to end the suffering, to stop the endless fight, and bring the humanity back to the light. Different paths, same destination. Peace. The abbot spoke softly, looking at the guest, explaining the nature of the spiritual quest. We bought this old house in 1924. It was broken and shattered right down to the floor. This area was unsafe, filled with danger and crime, a forgotten corner in the passage of time. We heard the gunshots echoing every single day as the police cars rushed down the troubled highway. But we stayed right here, we didn't try to flee, planting the roots of the Bodhi tree. We learned the Dharma, we practiced the truth, from the ancient elders to the troubled youth. We don't become a monk to enjoy the easy life, we become a monk to heal the worldly strife, to serve the sasana, to serve the people's need, planting the wholesome and the compassionate seed. That is what my master taught me long ago, watching the river of the suffering flow. We built this temple with our own two hands to offer a shelter in the shifting sands. I am almost 70, my years are getting long, but I hear the rhythm of the next generation's song. In 2007, Venerable came to me, seeking the shelter of the sanctuary. I gave him the ordination, gave him the robe to walk as a teacher across the spinning globe. I am proud of him because he is a good man, fulfilling the noble and the spiritual plan. Everything he does is not for his own name. He only wants to extinguish the angry flame. Without a master, we are nothing at all, just a leaf waiting for the autumn to fall. But with the guidance of the elders who know, we can survive the winter and the heavy snow. The monks from Thailand, from Laos and Vietnam gathered together in a holy, peaceful calm. They made a historical and unforgettable mark, lighting a candle in the universal dark. We learn the Dharma, we practice the truth, from the ancient elders to the troubled youth. We don't become a monk to enjoy the easy life, we become a monk to heal the worldly strife, to serve the sasana, to serve the people's need, planting the wholesome and the compassionate seed. That is what my master taught me long ago, watching the river of the suffering flow. Serve the people, serve the truth, proud of the next generation. Thank you, Master. A slow snare drum roll mimicking a march. A bright piano enters, building hope. The song is about perseverance and the power of nonviolent action. My husband was a leader in the opposition fight, struggling for the democracy and struggling for the light. He was in prison, he suffered in the cell, living in the shadow of a political hell. For 10 long years he carried the heavy weight, fighting against the cruelty and fighting the hate. Then in 2018 he made a new plan. He decided to walk like a dedicated man. He started in Jumri, the second largest town, determined to bring the autocracy down. They walked to the capital, they walked to Yerevan, proving the power of the ordinary man. No one took it seriously, they thought it was a joke, saying that the rulers were a heavy yoke. Nothing can be changed, the regime is too strong. That was the chorus of the cynical song. But day by day the numbers started to grow, melting the ice and melting the snow. The most peaceful revolution in the world was made, without a single bullet, without a single blade. No one was suffering, no violence was found, just the joy and the love echoing around. They changed the entire country with the power of their feet, dancing in the square and marching in the street. He did what they said was impossible to do, making the democratic vision come true. He became the prime minister, leading the land, because he dared to walk and he dared to stand. So when I saw you walking across the USA, I remembered the magic of that April day. I know the situations are different in their core, but you are knocking on the very same door. The door of the impossible, the door of the grand, walking with a message across the broken land. They walked to the capital, they walked to Yerevan, proving the power of the ordinary man. No one took it seriously, they thought it was a joke, saying that the rulers were a heavy yoke. Nothing can be changed, the regime is too strong. That was the chorus of the cynical song. But day by day the numbers started to grow, melting the ice and melting the snow. The most peaceful revolution in the world was made, without a single bullet, without a single blade. They walk on, change the world without violence. Just joy, just love the marching.
We see the initiatives rising around the earth, trying to give the harmony a second birth. Declarations are written, announcements are made, promises of sunshine in the global shade. But we also see the leaders turning away, refusing to join in the light of the day. Different groups of people, institutions of might, keeping the world in the middle of the night. They hide behind the interests and the heavy greed, ignoring the suffering and ignoring the need. Calculations of power, political games, burning the innocent in the proxy flames. But your walk is different, your walk is pure, not based on the politics or the rich man's lure. There is nothing to gain, there is nothing to hide, just the ocean of compassion on a rising tide. It's about pure humanness, righteousness, and faith, chasing away the should keep us at a distance now when we witness the beauty of your holy vow. In my opinion, the reason for the endless war, the reason that the violence keeps knocking at the door, is that people don't believe in the peace at all. They think it's just a painting on a gallery wall. They see it as distant, unreachable and fake, a fragile little promise that is bound to break. They think it's impossible to implement the plan to change the violent nature of the modern man. An illusion, a dream, rather than a choice, drowning out the whisper of the peaceful voice. But you powerfully prove that the cynics are wrong, writing the lyrics of a brand new song. Every human heart can become a step towards the light when it chooses to walk bravely through the night. When you step gently, when you step with care, you change the vibration of the global air. Peace is not an illusion, peace is a fact, demonstrated daily by the mindful act. It's not achieved once, it's not done for all. You have to keep walking so you do not fall. But your walk is different, your walk is pure, not based on the politics or the rich man's lure. There is nothing to gain, there is nothing to hide, just the ocean of compassion on a rising tide. It's about pure humanness, righteousness and faith, chasing away the shadow and the violent rage. Nothing should keep us at a distance now when we witness the beauty of your holy vow. Step by step, day